And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Okay. So, if I remember correctly, you guys were transported back to Many Things Incorporated, or where Many Things Incorporated once stood. How did you get back again? Did you concentrate on the card? Was that it?
Yes.
Because you picked up like a blank card or something like that.
Yeah, empty, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So yeah, you found a blank card on one of the corpses of these like starfish pentadrone creatures, right?
Yes.
Yes. And there were a suspiciously small number of those creatures hanging out in their like headquarters. You know, you would expect there to be more if this is the hub of their society. And when you returned, the whole Many Things Inc. was just a shambles. It's just rubble everywhere. No sign of much going on. Did you find any corpses?
Yeah, I think all of them, right? Like,
who? All of who? Who did you find?
Yeah, Zane and all those guys.
Okay, so you found Zane. Did you find anyone else?
I think all of them, right?
Well, I don't think it was all of them. I think it was the receptionist, Jesse, and Zane.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you also found numerous boxes filled with decks of many things. And you, I think, drew one of the cards, which gave someone something helpful.
And then someone drew something when it wasn't helpful to you, right? Because I think we decided that we need to start drawing cards in order to...
It was Yuka's character, Asker, drew a card, and he could ask the universe any question in the world. And he was like, how do we get out of here? And the universe said that, you know, there are certain cards that might be able to help him. You don't know if that's the only way to get out of your situation, but the universe gave you that response. And what was the thing that you drew that wasn't good? Oh, yes, that was it.
I drew it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
I'm just going to grab a glass of water. I can hear you.
So basically, Milksteak drew a card, and then didn't his body just collapse to the ground?
It did collapse, yeah.
And that is where we left off. You just saw your friend of not very substantial stature hit the ground of this sort of like foreign dimension with like gray, black swirling colors in the sky, and this little figure just goes thud on the ground. We are going to all, except for Milksteak, who is unconscious, presumably on the ground, everyone is going to make a perception check. Smorgasborden, you hear a sound, and with a 21, it sounds distinctly like, how do I describe it? You know, like when a bunch of stuff falls over and then like a little bit of wind blows and then like it continues falling, almost like it was barely holding itself up and then it like fatigued and gave out. That's what you hear. You hear like a sort of screeching of metal, a shuffling of rubble, and then like glass shattering. And it's like a slow sound at first, as though it was holding on to its strength up until this moment. And it's about 60 feet to the west of you. And Asker, you hear a noise that sounds a little bit like Milksteak has just farted, but it's kind of rumbling, or maybe his stomach is hungry. You're not sure.
I do that. I stare at him and go.
You stare at his body and look disgusted. Nice. Smorgasborden, what do you do?
Okay, shall we follow where I heard the noise? Shall we head that way?
For shizzle.
Askers.
He's full on unconscious. So I can't remember. Can we just like do that again? What happened when he did the card?
He drew a card. He drew the card. By the way, every time you draw a card, it goes like, and it like disappears. And his eyes just like closed and he fell on the ground.
Let's have a
If
look.
you want to go and check on the sound, I'll check on him. We probably shouldn't just leave like, He could be dead, you know. So
I didn't think.
No, me neither. Oh, there's a sound. Let's go. I'll check on the Runos then. See if I can figure out like what's up with him.
Okay,
Or sorry, mistake.
roll me a medicine check while Smorgasbord, you're investigating the noise.
Yeah.
Okay, make an investigation check, please. Wow, 7 medicine. And a 3 investigation. Holy shit. Okay, so Asker, with a 7 medicine check, you touch his skin. You like flick him in the cheek. You like start picking his nose briefly. That didn't work. And you go, sleeping, dead, could be either.
Fantastic.
Then, Smorgasbord, you walk 50 feet in a direction and see some shattered glass with some sort of metal beams puncturing the glass. And you think maybe this is where the noise is coming from, but you just you're not sure.
Okay, maybe. Asker, do you want to come and check out where I am in case?
No, he's 60 feet away from you. You need to say that louder.
Oh. Asker, come over here.
What?
Check this out. Check this out.
What?
I heard something, but I can't see anything. What is it?
Okay, when he says that, I try to listen for this thing he says that is making a noise.
Okay, make a perception check. And Smorgasbord, you were beginning of a sentence.
Yeah, you can probably see better than I can.
Oh, okay. With an 8, Asker, you don't hear more of the noise. You don't hear more stomach rumblings or farting, but you can see Smorgasbord 50 feet away from you.
Fantastic. Okay, I'll walk over to him. And then I ask, what's this thing? Yeah, I can't hear anything. What are you talking about?
I heard something fall over and crash, and then I tried to find it, but it was only some glass. But I feel like there's more to it. Maybe you have better chance of seeing something.
Where did it come from?
The west.
All right, I'll stare into the west and see if I can see what's in the west.
Okay, make an investigation check, please.
Oh, no.
Wow, with a 4. Okay, with a 4, you go up to the glass that Smorgasbord is standing in front of, and you pick up a shard of glass, thinking maybe it's under here, and you cut yourself for 3 piercing damage.
We're like the worst adventurers ever.
Bumbling around.
And then, as the blood is like spilling out of your thumb, you see underneath the like shard of glass you picked up is a small metal box.
Ooh. Nice. All right, I'll pick up the box. What is
Okay.
it?
On the front of the box is like a little note. It's like it's held there with like a small novelty-sized dagger. Like normal daggers are like this. This is like this, and it's like holding the note in the top of this box. And
I'm almost going straight forward and I'm picking it up.
you're holding it. Do you want to read the note? It's in common.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The note says, "Extreme caution, not to be opened without Jasmine's approval or after the expansion meeting and subsequent vote."
Okay.
It also has like a really complicated, now that you're holding it up close, it has a really complicated like keyhole on the front.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pop that in my bag. I think before we try to open anything, and just in case shit hits the fan, I think we should try and wake him up.
I honestly thought you were going to say we should save.
F5. F5.
Quick save.
Okay, I'll try and I haven't got any healing magic.
Well, I'll go over and give her this little kick because I think he's sleeping apparently. So I'm gonna give him a little, not a hard kick, just one of those. Hey, wake up!
Okay, I'm going to say this is a medicinal kick. So roll a medicine check again. Yeah, he is motionless, like except for a higher pitched squeaking sound, which could be like abdominal gas escaping his rectum.
Sweet. I kicked the shit out.
It sounds like this.
I think that got filtered because it was a silent but deadly one.
Yeah.
There you go. It sounds silent.
Okay, I'm gonna have a go at reviving him.
Okay, medicine check. Well, I mean, you can describe in further detail what you attempt. What are you attempting to do?
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna grab him by the shoulders and shake him.
Okay. Yep. Let's try a medicine check. You guys are real good, like doctors.
A kick and a shake.
Okay.
Oh my.
With an 8, you feel more confident than Asker that physical violence does not appear to be working.
Right. Okay.
That's what you conclude from your investigation. Sorry, your medicinal examination.
From my throttling.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I have another idea.
Punch him in the balls.
I'll grab a little bit of water and splash it in his face.
Okay, you do that. Nothing happens.
Okay. Let's think about this. Maybe is he still holding the card that put him to sleep?
No, the card disappears every time you draw one.
Right.
I'll check his pulse then. I'll check his pulse. Is he alive?
I don't know. What is your wisdom score?
Wisdom is 14.
Okay, and if you go to your medicine skill, right, on your character sheet, is the little dot beside it filled in black?
No.
Okay, so you're not proficient in medicine, but you do have a 14 in wisdom. So I'll say, yeah, you can do a medicine check with disadvantage because this is the time where people don't really know what a pulse is.
Oh, I see. Okay. A quick once, twice.
Okay. With a 13, you feel a very faint bumping against your fingertips.
I guess that means we can conclude he's alive. Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got there in the end. That's like step one, isn't it? I guess I really know what to do now when rolling some shit. Can like a check for like is he very hot? Like
I've got a potion of healing. Is that just
just before HP, or can that work for shit like this too in this world?
Asker, he feels ambient temperature. You don't feel him to be particularly hot or cold. Okay, let's cross over to Milksteak. Everybody else block their ears. Milksteak, you see blackness. You feel nothing. You don't feel as though you have a body. You feel like you're in a relatively small space, maybe like you sense that you're in a small space, like 3 feet by 1 foot. Would you like to do anything?
So I'm conscious. Okay.
You have an awareness that exists beyond your body, clearly, because you don't have one.
I'll try to investigate of where I am. Like, how is it like some kind of cage?
Cool.
Like, or...
I'm glad that you said that because I get the opportunity to say you can't because you don't have a body. You're just in blackness.
Can I? So I just have my conscious.
Yeah. To be honest, this is just to mess with the other two and to mess with you as well. I mean, I'm obviously gonna try not to have you like this for a long time, but it's unlucky that you drew that card, and I will let you know when more things happen. Sorry?
Or did I felt the kicks or not? Like
no, the kicks would not have helped them.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So uncover your ears. Cool. All right. What do you do?
Do we just leave him? Just leave him for a bit and just carry on. See what happens.
Because the thing is, we keep.
Can we carry him with us?
Yeah, he's like a small guy. You're quite big, right?
I'm quite a big guy. I can just carry him wherever we want to go.
Yeah.
I'm a halfling, so I guess I'm quite smallish.
Yeah, halfling, and you're a dwarf man.
So we're not leaving a man behind, but we're sick of trying to revive him.
We're leaving the man unconscious.
Yeah. Just for a little bit. We can revisit.
What are your classes again? You're a sorcerer, and the half orc is a druid. Okay.
Yeah.
So is there like can I do like an Arcana check to see if there's like because if the card did something magically to him, is that something I will be able to figure? Make
an Arcana check, Smorgasbord, and give me a nature check as something in your memory comes to mind. Okay, 14. Better than some of your previous checks, Asker. Okay, 21. All right. Firstly, Asker, with a 14, it's not the same as anything you've encountered, but you get the sense that his essence has been transported elsewhere.
Right.
You don't, because you're a sorcerer, everything you understand about the arcane is instinctive. And that's the best way you can express that instinct. Okay. Smorgasborden, you notice that while trying to tackle the problem of how to transport this small halfling around with you, it brings to mind a number of the animals you've seen in the forest. Kangaroos, monkeys, possums, and they basically carry their young on their back. So it occurs to you that with the leather and rope that you have, you could fashion a kind of baby Bjorn to carry him with you.
Nice. I like that.
Mama.
That speaks to my motherly instinct.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure it would.
Right. Well, I guess we don't really know to get him back because we don't know what's happened. But let's just carry him with us and see where we can go. Maybe we can find someone who can help out.
Yeah. We'll carry him with us.
Okay, so I'll take the thing back up then, the box, and see if I could potentially like pick the lock or something. Because I reckon we don't have a key, right? No one has a key for the little box thing.
You don't. I mean, you would know your inventories better than me, but I don't believe you have a key.
No. I know I don't. I'm just thinking in case. All right, so I'll try and see if I can pick that lock then.
Okay, make I think that's dexterity check plus your 2 proficiency or whatever your proficiency bonus is. It should be 2 or 3.
For dexterity is +1.
No, for dexterity is +1, but your proficiency for all things is up next to your armor class. It's called proficiency bonus.
Yeah. I'm just blind. Sorry. Yeah, +3. So dexterity +3.
Yeah. So +4 overall if you've got a dexterity of +1.
So how does this roll thing? Is it?
Roll d20 +4. Well, /roll space 1d20 +4. No spaces. Okay, well, nice. With a 17, you put your thieves' tools inside this lock, feel a number of tumblers in a bunch of different directions that you're not familiar with, but you manage to figure it out, and it goes click, and the lid opens like half an inch.
All right, stand by, Sean, or Smorgasborden, because this shit is about to go cray.
Okay, do you open it?
Yeah.
Okay, you open it, and inside you see a most unusual object. I'm going to try and draw it for you.
Ooh, art. That's a dick. Is that a gun?
Tap.
It's a blow dryer. A hair dryer.
You see a thing that resembles like an L shape, and it has like a small tube on top of it filled with like green liquid.
Wait, so is this Rick's portal gun?
You can roll a history check if you want to determine that. You have no idea who Rick is or what a portal gun is, and you have no idea why that thought occurred to you.
Touche, Sam. Touche. Okay, well, that looks like a little trigger. I'll hold it up in my hand and aim it away from us on the ground, and I'll press the trigger.
Okay, make an intelligence check to figure out if you know how to operate this thing, because you've never seen anything like it before. Okay, with a 10, you pick it up and throw it at Smorgasborden, and it hits him in the cheek. And you go, oh, that was unnecessary. And it goes clang, clang on the ground. Or more like...
Can you want to see if you can figure out what that is, buddy?
Yeah. I'm gonna pick it up.
Go for it.
And I'm gonna see if I can kind of work out what that green stuff is.
Okay, make an intelligence check. Okay, with an intelligence check of 19, you surmise that the green stuff is presumably the fuel for this device, and you conclude that the little pointy bit of metal between the two right angles is what operates it.
Okay. So I'm going to point it at Milksteak's neck and pull the trigger.
Okay. You pull the trigger.
It wakes him up.
You pull the trigger, but this thing has a shorter range than you anticipated. So it opens a green rip in space about 10 feet before the corpse of Milksteak. And it just looks like a little bit like Asker, the portals you saw in the mage's lair that transported you to his different rooms, except this one is green.
Okay. Let's get through it. Yeah.
Do you fashion your baby Bjorn to transport Milksteak with you?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say make a survival check with advantage, because you've seen animals that do this, so you could probably piece it together. So you get to roll twice.
Okay.
Oh wow, natural 20, yeah. You managed to not only fashion it from the strips of leather and hempen rope that you have with you, but you managed to carve on the leather with the tip of one of your daggers your name, Smorgasborden, and you're very proud of your work. And he's sitting comfortably, sort of like it can be mounted in front of you or behind you. Which one do you choose?
Like a marsupial in front of me.
Okay, in front of you. Cool. So you guys step through this green rip in space.
Yes.
Okay, cool. In that case, we are going to need to do some different things.
I enjoyed that.
You enjoyed fashioning a baby Bjorn?
Yeah.
Nice. You're in like a dark, presumably like outdoor place. You step through. In front of you, you see a staircase. Beside the staircase is a small bronze plaque with writing engraved on it. A weird sort of light seems to emanate from wherever the stairs go to and sort of bathing the surrounding area in light. What do you do?
Read the plaque.
Asker, you see Smorgasborden walk forwards towards the plaque.
I'll stay back and keep an eye on things.
Okay, Smorgasborden, you get to the plaque. It reads in common. In front of you is a dark staircase. Its mysterious shadows beckon you to enter. And by beckon, I mean you need to go down the stairs. And there's not a whole lot of purpose for us all sitting round, is there? That's what it says on the plaque.
Yeah.
I suppose that's what we do then. Let's walk through the thing.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, you walk down the stairs.
Yep.
Okay. Let me just reveal more of the map here. You enter a room. It is dark and smells like a pet store. It's all kind of wood chips and warm poop smell down there. A bunch of bats flap around the room. They look harmless. You see a door. You see a door to your right.
I don't trust those bats. Have I ever seen a bat?
I will say make a nature check, just for fun.
A what check?
Nature.
Nature. I thought you said age. I'm like,
Tell me how old you are. 14. Yes, you have seen a bat before. These look vaguely like bats, but they're about 25 feet above you, so it's hard to tell.
do you want to start blasting?
What, blasting the bat?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't trust the bats just hovering around. We're in a strange place. I feel threatened by the bats.
Okay, let's get the bats.
Okay, roll initiative, firstly. And then we'll determine how well this sneak attack goes.
Sorry. I'll do it again. Sorry,
Sorry, I didn't have the thing open. But yeah, if you can select your icon, that'll be hugely helpful. Who is the first to react? I'll say you guys kind of surprised them. So that means Smorgasborden is the first to react.
Okay. I'm going to...
You see the bats, as they sense your malicious intention, suddenly dive towards you. But you're still quicker than them, so go for something.
Okay. That's a very tough bat. I'm going to waste... I'm going to do an unarmed strike.
Okay, go for it.
The hell?
Oh, wow.
Still... Wow.
Shit. Okay.
Natural 20. Okay. As one of these bats flies towards you, you punch through its body and all of its blood goes all over the walls.
Nice.
And it is gone. Okay, so is that the end of your turn? Do you want to move anywhere? You're in a sort of 10 by 5, 10, 15, 20, 25-foot room.
Yeah, I don't think there's much point. I'm so happy with my punch. I'm not going to withdraw after that. Like,
nice. Okay, so Asker's turn.
Right, so I'm going to shoot magic missiles on level 3. So that's 1 missile per bat.
Okay. I mean, so that means like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 darts?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
So let's see. Let me do it. I guess I do. I just roll the damage, right?
Yeah, because they always hit.
I roll 1d4 plus 1. I'm just going to copy that so I can do it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. Your 5 darts stream from your fingertips and obliterate these bat-like creatures in a sort of black ichor. And we are out of combat.
Excellent. Good job.
I feel like we just killed regular bats, but I'm okay with that.
You notice that there is a substantial amount of black blood and possibly excrement all over Milksteak's face. As he was sort of bearing the brunt of all of the blood spray because he's in front of you.
I'm gonna take up my motherly instinct and I'm gonna wipe that off him. I'm gonna protect him.
Nice. Okay. He looks cleaner. But your hands do smell a bit like bat poo. Cool. What do you do now?
I'm going to leave you guys to whatever it is that you're doing with him, and then I'm going to go and check if we can sort of go down here kind of thing.
Okay. You come to a wooden door with a metal handle. What do you do?
I try the door if it's locked.
Okay. You open the door successfully. It is not locked.
Mm-hmm.
You see a corridor. It is a stone, sort of flagstone. By the way, this whole area that you've walked down into is kind of flagstones and rough-hewn stone on the walls, and it seems to be illuminated by something other than torches. Just light permeates it for some reason.
Right. Well, I guess we'll walk down.
Okay.
See what's what.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see a room featuring a small plaque just on the corner of the wall, just before it opens up into a small room.
We check the plaque.
Okay. The plaque says, "This room features a small wooden table and a couple of stools. 2 goblins are here. They look pretty bored. Maybe they'd be less bored if they got into some sort of life or death struggle. You know, just a thought."
Let's get him.
Should we do what the plaque says, though? I don't know if I want to do what the plaque says. I don't take orders from a plaque. I'll go in and say, hello.
I tried this before, I learned my lesson. Never worked.
You see one of the goblins is wearing an eye patch, and you see the other goblin has like a crippled leg. Basically, they just say, "Hey, what? What is it?"
What are you up to, kids?
Just complaining. Our friend is a lazy fuckface. What are you doing? Why are you here? Are you trying to steal our gold?
Oh, you got gold? I might steal it. Where is it?
Well, I don't like the sound of that. And then they attack you.
Just try to, make them have some fun. They attack, so I'm just gonna.
Well, you get the sense that goblins are pretty petty about their gold.
Yeah, I suppose they didn't take too kindly to the jokes.
Yeah, it's a very like redneck saying. I don't take too kindly to jokes.
No.
So first to react is Smorgasborden. You have a question, Yuka?
No. Go ahead.
Cool. All right, Smorgasborden, you're the first to react.
Okay.
You see these little goblins lunge towards you.
Where do you get all your kind of your cool things like attacking 5 at once? Have I missed it?
Oh, that's a sorcerer's spell. I mean, druids have all kinds of spells that might be similar. So you're like 10 feet roughly away from the first creature.
So if you let's see, how do I ping again?
You hold down the left click.
Oh yeah, hold it down. Oh yeah. So if you shoot sort of here in the middle with something with range of 5, you hit.
You can do that. You can do that. Okay, so it's not by square. You can do it in between. Okay, right. I'm going to do that then. I'm going to moonbeam these guys.
Nice. Okay, so you can probably get both of them. Now, do they need to make like a dexterity saving throw or something? 14. Yeah. So whenever a creature, like an enemy, needs to make a save against your DC, that's what they're saving against. So he rolled a 10 Constitution save. That's less than 14. So he fails, and so he takes whatever damage it is, like 2d10, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
So roll the 2d10, or just click the send to VDT of the damage. Nice. Okay. Wow, that is a truly terrible roll. So
is it doing it twice? Because he shot between them, right? So both of them take damage, no?
Yeah, they both take damage.
Okay. Do they take the same damage kind of thing? Or is that weird?
Yeah, they take that. They both take that damage because they're both in its area. So you see these radiant licks of white flame sort of like scorch their skin a little bit, and they try to like pat it out hurriedly. Oh my gosh, this is all Jerry's fault. And then you see the other guy say, yeah, I mean, fucking Jerry, if he was here, this wouldn't be happening. And then it is the end of your turn, unless you would like to move somewhere.
No, this keeps like duration concentration up to 1 minute. So does it stay in that spot on the next turn?
Yeah, unless you move it, it stays there.
Right. Okay.
Cool. Is that the end of your turn? All right. Next turn is the goblin's turn. So it is going to try to scimitar Asker. Does an 11? I don't think hits you.
No.
Okay, then it is going to disengage and run underneath your legs. So 5, 10, 15.
So I get to punch him, right?
Well, no, because it disengaged like a rogue does.
Oh, so
25, 30.
It's an ability that he has.
Yes, exactly. So the other one is going to go up and try to scimitar. Actually, can you read Moonbeam for me again? The description.
Yeah. The whole thing. A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on a point within range. Until the spell ends, dim light fills the cylinder. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing.
All right, so roll the damage again because they started their turn there. So nice. Okay, with 3 radiant damage, you see more white flames engulf their body, and they quickly pat them out, looking kind of the worse for wear, but not dead at this point. And you see the other one runs up to Asker, because he seems to be the one blocking their path of escape. These guys don't look particularly brave at this point. And he's going to try and scimitar you, but he misses. And then he disengages as well and tries to run in the other direction, as they seem to be like scattering. And you see him basically run through this little door. Cool. Next up is Asker.
All right. I'll do magic missile again.
Okay, go for it.
But I think I'll just do like a regular one, just for let's see, hang on, a level 1.
Go for it.
So that's 3, and I guess I'll do 2 on that guy and then 1 on that guy.
Okay. Okay, so who's getting the 2?
The first 2 go on the guy in the bottom.
Okay, you watch the 2 bolts basically pummel him and go through his like lower abdominal area, and he collapses to the ground. A couple of bats quickly land on him and start like scraping out his abdominal like organs.
Yeah, bitch.
And then the other dart goes towards the guy who went north, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that one hits him in the leg, and he seems to be like limping and looking kind of on death's door, but he's not dead yet. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I will. Let's see. How far can I go on this as a bonus move?
What do you mean what is a bonus move? What do you mean?
I mean, as in how far can I move now?
You've got your normal movement, so 30 feet.
So I'll just go up here.
Yeah, you haven't.
Sure he doesn't go.
Yeah, you haven't used any movement. Okay, sweet. That's the end of your turn. Smorgasbord's turn.
Okay, I'm going to. Can I still get at him even though he's there? If I wanted to move towards him and scimitar him.
Yeah, you can move through your ally's space, so you can just sort of like go shoulder to shoulder with Asker.
At their same space.
Nice. You want to attack?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh,
wow. Critical hit. Okay, describe to me how this guy meets his end.
I go to attack him with my scimitar, and on impact, he explodes like a balloon full of red paint. And
that is exactly what happens. Nice.
Everywhere.
We are out of combat. Cool. So, Smorgasbord, and because the door has been opened by the goblin, you would see the area beyond. So let me just describe that for you. You see a plaque just beside the door that the goblin just opened. Do you read it?
Yes.
Okay. It says, this room is sort of like a trapezoid. It's got a door to the east and the north and the south. It's got statues kind of around the place, mostly statues of an old man wearing a coat, and it's got plaques on each of the statues that you can't read from this distance. One of the statues appears to depict a woman in armor. Really finely crafted. Real interesting stuff. Seems like a master craftsman must have worked on it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think.
Do we want to revisit?
have another look at Arunas to see if we can get him back up.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Yeah.
Can I? Should we put him down and then see if we can? Can we roll medicine again, or can I roll Arcana again? Like,
you can roll again, but when you've already failed a check, it makes it more difficult the next time.
Because I'm just thinking now we've given him some time. Now we're looking for other things. I wasn't. All right.
Okay.
I'll roll the disadvantage then. Is it?
So tell me what you're trying to determine.
I'm trying to determine if there's any way to sort of figure out what's wrong and can we wake him up. Because right now he's just unconscious, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Okay, give me one secaroni.
But since you said, I don't know if I think I'd rather do like an Arcana check. For any magic, just because.
Okay, make an Arcana check. Make an Arcana check.
Because if
I do one too.
Okay, you can both make one. That's fine.
Because if his mind was somewhere else, then it feels like it would.
Okay, so Asker, you have the distinct impression. You can't figure out how you know, but you can sense a strong magical aura coming from the north. It seems powerful. It might be associated with Milksteak, like it's similarly powerful to how strong he is, but you don't know. It doesn't have an identity. You can just like sense a disturbance in the force.
Okay. So maybe if we go up north, we can find a way to get him back.
Yeah. Let's focus on that.
Right.
Cool. So what do you guys do?
Continue north.
Okay, you move north. You open the door. You see another door. Do you open that door?
What's all this here? Like,
What's all what?
I'm pinging.
Oh, allow me to see if I can clarify for you. The stars in circles are the statues that I described.
I see. And this is like rock sorts?
I think that's rubble. Yeah, like a series of rocks like blocking the path.
All right. And that's not a door here, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. They both kind of lead north-ish. Shall we go down with you can decide.
You would know that the aura that you sensed was directly north, not northeast.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go up here then. Boop.
Okay. Do you open the subsequent door?
Well, I'll gently try it to see if it's locked or not.
It swings open instantly.
Oh no! So before I just kick it in.
Okay, nice. You kick it in. You see a room. You see a plaque immediately next to the door that you went through.
Cool. Let's read the plaque.
Okay. The plaque says, "This room is rectangular, conveniently conforming to a grid in case you wanted to make a map of it. On the north wall is a big orange mouth. You can see it. It's right there in front of you. It's about 8 feet high. Yeah, it's gross and weird. There's nothing else you can see in the room. You're not really looking anywhere because, I mean, what the fuck? There's a giant wall mouth."
So the wall mouth was on the far end here,
right? Yes, on the far end.
I'll walk up to it.
Okay, as you get closer, you can see that there is a small chest, like bouncing around on its tongue, and you see this green saliva sort of dribbling down from every side of its giant orifice.
I'll try to snatch it.
Okay, you see the mouth close quickly and then says through gritted teeth, "Surprise! Answer the riddle! You have to do it! You have to do it! Do you want riddle number 1 or riddle number 2?
2.
Okay. You see it says, "Finish this sentence. Wubba lubba." That's it.
Wobble over. Oh yeah, where is it?
Dopa? Is that what he says?
As you say this, he spits a giant gob of like green saliva on you, and you take. Wait for it. Wait for it. 3 shame damage. It's real damage. It's just caused by shame of having been spat on.
I'll say do then. Wobble
Do? He spits on you,
Wobble
taking 5 shame damage.
Ooh.
Wubba lubba. You see, as he's like relaxed the mouth, as you don't seem to be trying to snatch the chest anymore.
It's his phrase. It's his catchphrase. He wants to catch on, isn't it? He wants it to be a catchphrase, and he keeps saying it. It's
Yeah, and then
catchphrase, bitches.
and then it means something, right? In like bird language, whatever. Like it means that he's depressed or something dumb.
You see the mouth sort of like makes lots of lip smacking noises.
Well,
Well, below a dib dob or something. It's not that. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't want to get more shame damage.
Milksteak, you hear from your disembodied presence like
I'm enjoying this thoroughly.
You've been unconscious the entire time.
Wubba lubba. Dub dub.
Nice. As you say that, he spits out the chest and it goes ka-clunk on the ground.
So close to what I said.
And basically the mouth also hawks up 50 gold pieces and they go click-clang, click-clang all over the ground.
Nice.
Cool. I'll check the chest then. Oh, the little box thing, the chest thing.
Okay, you open the chest and it's just filled with this black void, and quickly the void springs out of the chest and occupies Milksteak's body. Milksteak, you open your eyes inside of what seems to be a baby Bjorn facing Asker.
Well, I'm covered in shit, guys.
It's how we it's how we found you, bro. Like don't.
I'm gonna pretend that I'm
You should
still
see my
in,
hands.
and I'm gonna
Look at my hand.
through.
The mouth vanishes and a blank wall is where it once was.
Oh, we have Milksteak back.
Sweet. I guess you can let him down now.
No, I'm injured.
He can walk.
No, I quite like this. Yeah, I'll carry you as long as you want to be carried.
Thank you.
Ha!
Very
Guys?
nice match.
I'm gonna wrap my hands around his neck.
Nice.
I'll pick up the money just because someone's gonna do it, and then we share that shit later, maybe.
Nice. 50 gold pieces.
50 gold pieces.
You can keep that. You got it right.
I kind of want to do. Can we do like a rest? Because I want to get some HP back and maybe get some spell slots back. Because yeah, I don't want to run into an actual fight that isn't bats and shit and have no spell slots and no health.
What kind of rest do you want to take?
Can we do like a long rest?
You can try, but you're in the middle of some bizarre stone structure that you were just transported to.
Yeah, it's true. You know what? Let's not do any rest. We just got rid of us back. We're stronger. I'll check this door here.
Okay. You check it by doing what?
Just try it. See if it's open or not.
It feels open.
I'll kick it in.
Nice. You see 10 feet of corridor and then a door.
It's how I roll now.
Nice.
I'll just run up to that door and do a run up kick to it and just like smack.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I'm not. Let's see. How do I do it? How do I do an attack roll just generally?
Sorry. It'll be unarmed strike. Yeah. Okay, with a 5, you run up to it, take a leap, and then sprain your ankle and collapse onto the ground. I mean, it's not a bad injury. You feel like you can walk on it, but you look super dumb.
Well, I stand up. I just shake it off and then gently try to open the door.
Okay, it opens. Beside, on the left, in the door jamb, you see a plaque. Do you read it?
Yeah.
Okay. You see the plaque says, yep, it's a big old circular room. Sorry, one sec. There you go. It's a big old circular room. It's got 6 bedrolls on the floor, some dice, and some parchment scattered around. Oh, and there are 4 goblins as well.
I attack them with the magic missiles.
Okay, let's get that happening.
Sweet.
Asker, you can react now.
So I'll do a level 2 magic missile, which means 4 darts.
Okay.
I'll do 2 on. Let's see. I'll draw the freehand. 2 on that guy, and 2 on that guy.
Okay, sweet. So roll the damage for me.
The first 2 is on the top one, kind of the first up, and that one. First 2
nice.
On him, and the other 2 on him.
Okay, you see them get peppered with white bolts of force, but they seem to heft their scimitars in spite of your attacks, and if anything, look especially pissed off. Cool. Is that the end of your turn? Surprise turn?
No, I say, ha ha!
I did call the last episode that, well, a couple episodes ago, Yield, by the way. That was a lot of fun. Okay, sweet. So because Asker was the one that sort of reacted super quickly, next up is Jerry's turn, spelled Gerie. So that's the guy over here. He's going to run up to Asker and poke his scimitar in a sort of, now that he's face to face with you, he seems kind of scared, whereas before he seemed real aggressive and like he was all about the attack. Does a 21 hit?
Yeah, I have 14.
Okay, you take 8 slashing damage as it really bites between your presumably cloth armor, which is not really armor at all.
Tis not.
Cool. And then Jerry goes, all right, now, has anyone seen Leg or Eye? I mean, we need backup. Call them. No? All right, fine. I'll do all the work then. Next up is Jerry, spelt with a J. And this one is going to run up to the other side of Asker and attempt to slash you right up. This one is a 6. Does that hit? No. So this one is not as competent and just slashes between your legs and goes, oh, he's slightly taller than I expected. Okay. Smorgasbord's turn.
What to use? I'm using ice knife.
That's the spell that you're going to use?
A shard of ice. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so I said a thing about what Jerry did, and he's like, all right, I'll come over here, and then it's Smorgasbord's turn. You're going to ice knife. Which one?
So it's got a 5-foot area. So if I did it here, that also...
So a 5-foot radius or a 5-foot area?
Area.
Okay, so that's just 1 cube.
Okay. That would also... Okay, I'm going to do it here. Get these guys.
Well, if it says... Can you read the description of the spell?
You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Okay. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10. Facing hit or miss. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity.
Okay,
saving
within
throw.
5 feet of it. So you choose a point, and then all the squares around that square are affected by it.
Okay.
Okay, so which box are you targeting?
This one.
Okay, cool. Go for it. Now make a ranged spell attack. Okay, a 15 hits. Okay, doing 7 piercing damage, and this creature just instantly dies. And the shards of ice spray out onto the nearby goblin, and it needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which it succeeds. So that means it probably takes nothing, or it takes half.
On a dex.
It probably says
Missed the shard. No, yeah, it said it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take cold damage. So I assume
cool.
nothing.
All right, so you throw the shard of ice. It impales this goblin who collapses to the ground. Other shards of ice spray around it, but the guy nimbly dances out of the way. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
No, I'm happy where I am.
Cool. Milksteak's turn. You recently find yourself in a corporeal form, no longer black mist. You feel reinvigorated and incredibly scared about cards.
Okay, I'm gonna transform myself into a swarm of insects.
Nice.
Here we go. Straight in.
You become a small tornado of insects.
Yes. I'm gonna tag this goblin that stands next to Asgeir.
Nice. By the way, the goblins look like this.
They're very cute.
All right, cool. Make an attack roll with your claws or bite or whatever it is. Oh, natural 20. Okay, this guy is going to die. How do you want that to happen?
I just want to fly into his mouth and just get out of his eyes.
Okay, you fly into his mouth. You watch his body become more bulbous, and then all the insects suddenly burst out of the eyeballs, and the eyeballs kind of roll along the ground as just insects come out of the sockets.
Yeah.
Disgusting. I love it.
Nice. Is that the end of the insects' turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Jerry's turn with an eye. Jerry is going to look a little scared at the swarm of insects and just bolt out this southern door. He just runs away. And then next is Dead Guy, then Asga's turn.
Cool. Well, then I will do a regular magic missile on him. So that's 3 darts on the one guy.
Nice, go for it. Oh, wow, okay. How do you want this thing to die? They're not terribly big. They're a little kind of on the shrimpy side. How does this one meet its end?
One goes in one eye, the other goes in another eye, and one goes into his mouth, and then he goes like, and then it explodes.
Nice. Couldn't have said it better myself. Okay, we are out of combat. You see a bunch of papers and dice strewn around the little area that they were gathered around. You see a bunch of bedrolls, like I described, well, like the plaque described, and then 2 doors, aside from the one you came in.
So the goblin run through that door, so should we follow him?
Yeah, let's follow the goblin, see if we can catch up with him and kill him before he warns anyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
You open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. You see a 10-foot corridor, but no sign of the goblin.
Shall we just bolt ahead? Yeah, let's keep running.
Okay. You go through. Do you open the subsequent door?
Yeah, I do another attempt at kicking it while I jump at it.
Okay, make an unarmed strike.
Fuck's sake.
So your unarmed strike, again, fails, but not as catastrophically. Like, you basically try to shoulder charge it this time, and instead you just rebound off the door and sort of stagger away from it.
I'll attempt to recover by, as I fall over, I roll backwards and stand up.
Okay, do an acrobatics check.
Sorry about all this wasting time, guys, but
No, like this is why we play. All right, you basically stagger backwards, do a quick backflip, and land on your feet.
cool. All right.
But it
And then
looks-
I woke up to open.
Yeah, it starts poorly but ends very classily. All right, what happens now?
Now
Yeah,
we actually saunter
Yeah.
over.
we all
You do?
woke up to the door.
Okay,
Open
you
it.
walk up to the door. What happens now?
Depends on what's on the other side of the door.
Do you open the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Beforehand, I need everybody to make a perception check.
Having a big screen is weird.
Okay, so you all hear quite clearly some voices raised in presumably argument. You don't quite understand the language that they're speaking, but it sounds a little bit like the creatures that you just encountered, and they seem to be really arguing with each other, like that's what you hear.
Ooh, I have a plan. Let's try and deceive them. They can't be that smart. We're here to do an audit. Let's just burst in and start shouting at them and say, we're here to do an audit of the treasure. And then we try to convince them that need to show us the treasure, right?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Okay, just without any acrobatic shit, just kick in the door resolutely in a here I come, and I just try to march into the room with my hands across my chest.
Okay, that's what happens.
Before that happens, I change my form into a parrot and land on his shoulder.
Okay, you are now a parrot. Okay, so you open the door. It's a circular room. You see a plaque to the left of you and two goblins arguing over the corpse of presumably another goblin in front of them.
All right, and I burst in and I start shouting, "Can you please shut the hell up? Well, I've been trying to find out who is in charge here because we came here with an audit and we need to do our audit. God damn it.
Okay, so you can roll a deception check, and also you guys notice as you come into the room slightly further that behind these 2.5 goblins is a small mound of glittering treasure. And you see they turn towards Asker and say, audit? Who's audit? We can get him. Where is he?
No, you fool. We are here to count and make sure that you're a treasure, to make sure you've been paying the appropriate amount of tax.
Oh, and you see him try to kick the body of the goblin in front of him towards the wall on the other side, and he says, yeah, count. And he sort of like grabs his other goblin friend, and as they like push and kick the corpse towards the other side of the wall, and they start like having like a whispered argument with each other. What do you do now?
All right. I'll walk over to the treasure like down here or something.
Okay.
And I get Milksteak is with me as a parrot.
Yeah.
And then I called for a smorgasbord and come here, as if I'm ordering you over. My counter assistant.
Okay. So you pull him over as your assistant, and then what happens?
Yeah, and then I tell him to proceed with the counting, so so that we can just what do we do now?
Also, as the goblins moved out of your way over to the wall, you all heard a distinct like jingling metallic sound, like a clink, 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 as they were walking past you. And you can all make intelligence checks to determine more information. 17, 8.
Intelligence.
Oh, just read it.
Okay, you got a 21. So Asker and Milksteak, you are quite confident that that jingling sound is the sound of like gold coins, usually in like a pouch. But when you heard it going past you, it sounded like it was coming from the goblins themselves.
Okay.
I'm gonna land on one of the goblins' shoulders and try to ask to turn in the coins.
Turn in the coins! Turn in the coins!
Okay, you say that, and suddenly the goblin acts like very nervously, like what coins? And he pulls away from the hushed argument he was having with the other goblin and says, no coins. No one said anything about coins. You're just count.
This isn't everything. And I pull out like I have a book of sorts, right? Some sort of mage book. I kept hold of something. Let's see.
I think you got one from the. You also have like a spell book from the Pentadrone place with all the sort of fleshy starfish, don't you?
Yeah. I just pulled that up and just flicked a random page and start pointing, and then I point at the pile of gold and I said, "This isn't right."
Okay. You can make
gold coin.
You can make an intimidation or deception check. It's up to you. Oh wow. Okay. They say, "Oh, well, we know. We bet him. We bet him that." And their common doesn't seem very good. We bet him that he couldn't eat more gold coins than we could, and he won, but he died. And as they say this, you can hear like the jingling as they gesture around.
I guess we're gonna need to rip them apart.
I guess we do, yeah.
Yeah. We either tear them to pieces or we wait for them to.
I'll say you are all under arrest, under the authority of the auditing company. And so to turn around, I'm gonna have to cuff you, and I'll walk up to them to restrain them.
Okay. Which one is you? Oh, you're Jerry. Okay. As you walk up to them, they run away. So you get an attack of opportunity on one of them.
Okay.
I should be on one of them shoulders still, no?
Well, yeah, technically, if that's the case, then yes, you are.
Okay, so an attack of opportunity with that just count as melee stuff, right?
Yeah, just what if you have a sword or something like that?
Yeah, I got a dagger. Let's see. Yeah, got my dagger.
Okay, you hit for 4 piercing damage. You take a big stab into the kidneys. Do you chase them? What happens next?
Yeah.
Okay, they go into the previous room that you were in. Well, they went in that direction, you assume.
All right.
Okay.
Leg it after.
Next up is Smorgasborden.
Okay. These guys are pissing me off. I'm gonna attack these guys. I'm gonna gut him for his gold coin.
He's dead.
Sorry, that's a corpse. You want to go over
he's
here, and then there's one there. So they're in the middle of the room. Oh, of the previous room. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of want to reason with them, but they're either going to run away and keep running, or when we try and get the gold off them, they're going to engage in combat. So let's just kill them.
Yeah.
Cool. Roll your attack.
Scimitar attacking.
Do you have like attacks as a parrot?
Okay, you hit. This one that you hit looks like, which one do you hit? The one that was already hit, or the one that wasn't?
The one that was already hit.
Okay, you slash a long 3-foot vertical line down the middle of this goblin's like torso, and just gold coins spill out. Blood and coins, blood and coins just all over the ground.
Excellent.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. That is Milksteak's turn.
Can I collect the coins?
Yes, you can. You collect 25 gold pieces.
Yeah.
Mid-fight, bro. Don't loot until the fight is over. That's not rule number 1.
Milksteak, what would you like to do? We're not in initiative order because they're basically just running away at this point.
I'm gonna just revert back and ice knife him.
Okay. Does it read the description of shape change or wild shape? Does it take your action to unshape?
No, it doesn't say anything about unshaping it.
Well, under wild shape, it should explain what happens.
You can stay in a B shape for 2 hours before reverting back to your normal form, or as a bonus action earlier, or if you fall unconscious.
Okay. So it's a bonus action, so you can do it and also attack. So you ice knife, and it needs to, 9 piercing damage and then 9 to the surrounding. Okay. So there is no one except Smorgasborden in the 5 feet surrounding. So Smorgasborden needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
We're like the worst.
Okay, with a 7, you take 9 piercing damage from the ice shards coming off of this thing. Is it the same damage that gets spread around it, or is it like a new roll for ice knife?
1 second, just checking what does it say.
This is what I get for carrying you in my stomach for hours.
Oh no, okay, so you got to roll 2d6, so it's a new roll for the shards. Okay, so you can give yourself the 9 health back, Smorgasborden, until we determine what the correct roll is. So Arnas, you need to roll 2d6 for like splash damage.
Yeah. Roll 2d6.
Nice. Okay, you take 4 piercing damage instead.
Better.
Nice. Okay, so this thing that you just hit, this goblin looks to be on death's door, and he says, "Please, I'll just take a shit soon, and there'll be some gold in it." And that's the end of the parrot, now transformed back into a druid's turn, unless there was something else you'd like to do.
No.
Cool. So that comes around to its turn. The goblin is going to use his turn to run away. So that means Smorgasborden gets an attack of opportunity. It's a melee attack with your melee weapon.
Cool. So is that a scimitar? That's a melee weapon.
Well, whatever it is. Yeah, presumably. Nice. You do another huge vertical slash and it just collapses on the ground and just gold goes everywhere. You know, like in The Office when Kevin spills that big pot of chili and all this chili just goes everywhere. Imagine that, but with gold.
Gross.
Okay. I say to these guys, hey, help yourself. Spilled gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang on because we're waiting for one more. Is it my turn?
No, there was only 2 goblins. Both of them have been killed.
Ah, it was 3. All right, cool.
No, remember the third one is the corpse.
Well, then I'll go to the third. I'll go to the corpse and gut him. With my
Okay,
knife.
make a medicine check just to see how precisely you do this. Okay, with a 6, you just rip and tear with your dagger, and then these zigzag wounds spill out like 5 or 10 gold pieces here or there. But then you have to dig through the intestines with your hand to get the rest out. It works out to be 50 gold pieces.
All right, I'll take these 50 gold pieces, and then I just do a cheeky little firebolt on him to burn him to make sure I got all the gold.
Well, he's not necessarily flammable, so you would scorch him with your firebolt, but he doesn't instantly burst into flames.
I see. He's being difficult.
Well, I mean, his clothes smolder fitfully.
I'll grab him by his feet and start smacking him around to see if I can shake something out.
You shake loose a further 15 gold pieces.
Neat.
Ah, good job.
And also, you get a lot of blood all over you and presumably Milksteak as he's walked back into the room, whereas Smorgasborden is safe in the other room.
Okay, so I'll take all the blood that I have on my hands and my face and just do like a just to get like the sort of badass barbarian look.
It smells bad, but it looks badass.
Because this way, maybe we can just scare the rest of them to run as well. We just I feel like the audits thing kind of worked, but we ended up killing them anyway. So next time, let's just go.
Barbarian accountants.
All right, let's have a little. Did you guys pick up the gold up here in the other room?
No, I'm just.
No, I asked you. I said to you, it's all yours, but you ran away, so I'm going to pick it up now.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay, it works out to 25 gold pieces. What was that? Milksteak?
I'm ignoring all the small bits and I'm straight away dashing towards the pile of gold.
Okay. In the pile of gold is 220 gold pieces.
Oh, wow.
Let me just double check if there's anything else.
I'm okay with that. He was unconscious for most of this, and
250? Nice.
I feel like he would, he deserves something for that, like we did most of the work.
Make a perception check, Milksteak.
I would agree with you, but he just ice beamed me, so.
7.
Oh, that's...
Okay. With a 7, you think to yourself, these gold pieces in this big pile of treasure feel lighter than usual, but you don't really think much else about it. Cool. Does anyone else do anything? You're in a circular room.
Maybe if we're I think we should just continue down where they were kind of trying to run off to, right? Up into like here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly do a perception check on the gold because I noticed
Yeah, do that.
Milksteak
Sorry?
looking a little bit. I noticed Milksteak looking a little bit like suspicious of the gold pieces, but then thinking nothing of it. So
Okay, make a perception check.
just in case you missed something. Oh, wrong one.
Okay, with a 12, you notice this little bit of brown residue is left on Milksteak's hands after he puts the coins in his pouch, his like coin pouch. He's got these like brown stains on his hands.
Okay. Is it poo?
Make a nature check. Okay, with a 14, to your keen druid senses, it doesn't smell like poo, it smells like chocolate.
Oh, okay. Oh no, they've been chocolate. Are they all chocolate gold pieces? They're fake gold pieces.
Are you sharing information or are you just pondering yourself?
Yeah, I will. Just in case you try and buy something later and then you get attacked for trying to use chocolate gold pieces.
I'll check all the coins that I just picked up.
The coins that you picked up, Asger, you examine them. They feel like real gold.
Cool.
I'm fine with them being...
Sorry, does Smorgasbord tell this information to both Asger and Milksteak?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Asger quickly checks.
The coins, so
Sorry.
in case I'm gonna be in bulk, and if they're fake coins, I'm happy with trying to get rid of it.
Okay, cool. All right, you're content without checking the Milksteak. You're just like, I'll be fine. Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Well, I'll go up and check the pile then and see like what are you on about with this chocolate stuff? And I'll check the pile again or around that area.
Okay, you pick up the coins from the pile. What do you do with them?
I'll just check them and see what's this brown stuff from.
You try to bend them, and they immediately bend, and inside they appear to be made of chocolate.
So
I think it's a trap. I think what happens is we're going to try and eat them and then just fall asleep or something.
Yeah, maybe. Let's
try eating one.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm going to try eating a bit of chocolate.
Okay, you eat it. It tastes pleasant. You don't notice anything happen at this point. You also find it unusual that the goblins chose to eat, from Asger's observations, their real gold as opposed to their edible gold.
Okay, should we move on and go through the door at the top?
More than this.
Yeah, there's more to it than this. Okay.
Can we open this door?
Yeah,
where
let's
I'm standing?
open the what? Milkstack can open the door where he stands.
Yeah.
Then, to see how that connects.
Okay. You open that door. You see a corridor. You presumably walk down the corridor, and it leads to the same statue room that you saw with the plaques on the statues and stuff.
Cool, yeah.
We never checked those plaques, did we? We just sort of run on ahead.
No. Should we try to revive Milkshake?
I
think we should.
Yeah, okay. We'll go down and check the different plaques on those statues then that we missed, just to see in case that gives a clue to what's going on.
Okay. All the statues of the guy, this old man in like a cloak, just say "awesome guy," except the plaque underneath the armored woman has a much longer description. Do you read it?
Yes.
It says, "Don't worry, I'm not a real person turned to stone or anything like that. I'm just a cool-looking statue put here to intrigue you."
Brilliant. All right.
Shall we get back?
Yeah. Let's go up to that door then. Yeah.
I'll try to open the door.
Smorgasbord and make a perception check. Okay. Just as you're walking past the statue of the armored lady, you notice like a small seam just on the other side of it, on the opposite side from the plaque, in the base, in the plinth. Do you do anything about it?
Yeah, I tried to unpick the seam.
Okay, you pull it open and it's a stone drawer with a small scroll of parchment inside.
Oh, I'll take it and I'll try and read it.
Okay. On the parchment, it says in capital letters, "Quit wasting time. Pick a door and go. Flip a coin if you have to. Just pick a direction. It's not rocket science. What are you going to do? Spend the whole night standing here with a statue? You need to pick a door and go. This is like the third fucking room. We don't have all day."
Very good. I make a hasty exit.
Cool. What happens now?
I try third time's a charm to kick down that fucking door.
Okay, make an unarmed strike.
God help me if this does not work.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
You thoroughly
Yeah.
kick the door squarely, and it's not very dramatic. It just sort of, you've kicked it just hard enough to overcome the sort of like handle mechanism. So it goes click, and then like opens a couple of inches.
Okay, then I kick it again, just normal. Just
Clang! It hits the stone wall, and you see a 5-foot corridor.
Well, it felt good actually. I got to do that. I guess we continue into the corridor.
Okay, you see another door. Do you open the door?
Yeah.
Cool. Give me 1 second. You open the door, and inside you see a dusty circular room featuring a sweet-ass treasure chest. You sense imminent bling.
I'll go up and see if it's unlocked.
Okay. You test it. You're saying you try to open it? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. You try to open it. Immediately, a saw blade pops out of it, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw. And it makes a really loud buzzing noise, like buzz, as it flies towards you.
See, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, wow. That is not going to cut it. You take 8 slashing damage from the buzzsaw embedding itself in your chest.
I almost had. I had 11 health left, so I'm at 3 now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But
I have.
Go on.
Spell to save you, I think. Well, at least
I mean, we can just do a short rest or something. It's fine.
As you look down, you notice that your blood is pouring onto approximately 200 gold pieces, 400 silver pieces, 2 potions of healing, and this ruby-looking thing.
Always been.
You say that, but I don't feel like you always have.
Did you hear the treasure description?
Yeah.
Yes, I'll take the ruby-looking thing and have a look at it.
It smells of cherry pie.
I'll put it in my mouth.
It doesn't taste like cherry pie.
All right, I'll pocket the ruby, and you guys can have the rest. I'll just
2 potions of healing, 200 gold pieces, 400 silver pieces.
actually, maybe I'll drink a potion of healing, and I'll pocket the ruby. Just so that.
I think a regular potion of healing is like 2d4 plus 2.
So roll 2d4 plus.
You recover 6 hit points.
Well, that's okay.
That's precisely the average score that you could get.
That's as average as it could ever be, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, and then I'll take the ruby, so I'll put that. You guys can split the rest. I guess it's like 100 gold each and 100 silver, was it? Each?
200 gold, 400 silver. Oh, you can divide the mathematically however you want.
Yeah. You can.
Yeah, we'll split it. Yeah.
I'll put inventory. Let's see, manage equipment.
My first silver.
I'm gonna, while you take the gold, I'm gonna have a short rest.
Well, I guess we all have a short rest.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can't have a short rest on your own.
Go for it.
Right? A short rest isn't like 10 seconds. It's like sitting around for half an hour.
Yeah, I think it takes about an hour to have a short rest.
Oh, okay.
At least 1 hour.
But yeah, let's do that then, and I'll heal a little bit. Right. Have you guys split the treasure between you now then?
Oh, I haven't yet.
So
Yeah, I did 100 gold, 200 silver.
It's the health potion.
What? Sorry?
100 gold, 200 silver, and one of you gets the health potion.
That's each.
Yeah. I have no idea what the ruby is worth. I just felt like after taking that soul blade to my face, I wanted the shiny thing. That smells of what was it? Or whatever.
I think I said cherry pie. As you're taking your short rest, you remove the saw blade from your chest and chuck it on the ground and patch yourself up.
Brilliant, thank you. All right. Now, let's
open the door.
Yeah, I'm not gonna walk in first this time. Then I've been too eager this game this playthrough.
I'm gonna open the door and gonna march in.
Okay, you see a 10-foot corridor and then another door.
And open the door again and march it in again.
Okay, you see a room that has some interesting features in it that I'm about to describe. You see in the center of the room a pair of perfectly round stone mounds cleft artfully straight down the middle. And it's quite big. It fills the majority of the center of the room. And it looks like a butt from where you're standing. Something shiny is glinting near the ceiling, about 4 feet above what can only be described as this huge butt.
So which one are you? I can make one of you fly, so you can go up there and have a look if it's near the ceiling. The glinting was near the ceiling, right?
Yeah, above the peak of each butt. Oh, sorry, of each cheek.
Right. What do you say, Smorgasborden? You up for some exploration of the
Yeah, go
butt?
for it.
All right. I'll touch him and do the and give him the flight so he can fly up and have a look.
Okay, so you cast fly on him.
Yes.
Okay, and then you go up to it, Smorgasborden?
Yeah.
Okay, when you get closer, you realize that it's another plaque. Do you read it?
Yeah.
Okay, it says, "Say goodbye to your butt," and you need to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, wow. with a natural 20, you feel the left arse cheek on your body disappear. Your leg still attaches to sort of like your pelvis, but there's no meaty part on the left side. And it feels thoroughly, thoroughly disturbing.
Wow. I kind of want to come back down.
Well, there was some shiny.
The shiny thing was a plaque that said goodbye to your butt.
Ah, okay.
That's all it was. I think it was a trap.
And on that note, we're going to end the session. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST @gmail.com.